My wife is 28 years old, and I'm 31 years old. Our kids are 7 and 5 years old. On August 27, 2020, my wife asked me to end our marriage. That same day, she left and was living with her mom. I found out the next day that she had been cheating on me from her cousin. My wife said she never did. We got together a week later to meet our son's teacher online through a Zoom meeting on her phone. A Facebook message told her only a few hours left. When I asked her about it after the meeting, she said she didn't want to talk about it and had already deleted the texts. I didn't believe her at all when she said it was a girlfriend because she was going on a date. Apparently, girlfriends get excited about each other and think they're just going to get laid. I told her to leave because I was mad at her. Around Thanksgiving, October in Canada, she told me she was going to visit her grandparents in another city with the kids and go swimming for Thanksgiving. She eventually told the truth and went with our kids and this guy she cheated on me with. They stayed in a hotel. The engine in their car died on the way back. It was the same car she fought me over and owes almost $12,000 on. It's still every 2 weeks that she pays. At that point, I began to trust karma a little more. My wife and I drank and had sex together about 5 or 6 times between September and November. It was still important to me to have sex with her and get her back. What I just learned is that she had been seeing this guy for a while. About a week and a half ago, I found pictures of them. Since I saw those pictures and knew for sure, I haven't talked to her. I wanted to believe all of her lies, even when it was clear they were lies. That means she cheated on me, left me for him, and then cheated on that guy with me. She came over and we talked just 2 weeks ago, before I knew for sure. I massaged her whole body and felt her up. I have no idea what's been going through her mind right now. A few other things: the kids are fine, my room is clean, and I've lost 50 pounds since she left, from 235 pounds to 185 pounds. She's been to my house a few times and cried to me about how unfair it is that I'm doing so much better than her. She said it wasn't fair that I wasn't just being myself when we were together. On Christmas, she told me she loved me and gave me gifts. She gave me a bottle of steak because she knows how much I love making ramen and other Japanese food. She gave it some thought. I don't mean to be rude, but she also doesn't look good these days. She gained weight and drank and did drugs a lot. I heard her say she cries all the time. She told me she was sad about me, which made me think things would get better. But she's still sad, and that bothers her. But we all know that happiness comes from inside, and she's not happy. If you broke up with me for someone else, at least be glad about it and move on with your life. Her last text message was 4 days ago, the last time she didn't text me in 4 months. She told me the last time we were together that I would fail at my cooking job if she ever saw me. The person who hired me said I would never make friends because I worked as a cleaner. It looks like she forgot how friendly and outgoing I am. Everyone who worked there loved me, and I went from being a cleaner to working on the line. After that, I was asked if I wanted to work as a bartender. That time, I wasn't interested in the bartender job because I was overweight and didn't believe in myself. She did not like how many people, mostly girls, liked me in the end. When my wife and I went out to drink during our marriage, she would always end up twerking on the wall or the floor and let guys film her. She flirted with everyone, and a lot of my close friends thought I wanted to go out with her and make out. I don't drink very often, but at a friend's Halloween party one year, I had too much to drink and passed out and puked all over the place. As I worked, she was in the bathroom with some guys, showing off her chest for free coke and maybe something else. But she told me nothing happened, which made me think I was crazy and everyone else was wrong. This is called gaslighting. The doctor I'm seeing now tells me that she really just needed attention from outside sources all the time. It wasn't enough for her to get it from her husband. I know everyone has problems, and our marriage wasn't great. But I won't be a second choice or something she doesn't have to deal with. I know I still love and care about her. I hate thinking about how I stack up against her, but it makes me feel better. I have my own place, a dog, happy kids, my own car, money, and I'm in college right now. I'm working through my feelings so I can move on and try to be at peace, even though I feel like trash. While she lives with her mom and has no car or broken down car. She asks me for money and lives off of CRB-covered money. She was sad and unhappy and thought the grass was greener, but it wasn't. She sleeps with her mom or the kids sometimes because she is afraid of being alone with her thoughts. She won't have moved on when I have. She is stubborn and knows she made a mistake, so I don't think she will ever move on. I still don't understand why she cheated on me and then left, but she kept texting me, had sex with me, and told me I was doing so much better than she was. It makes no sense. But then again, how can you understand someone who doesn't know what they're like? Even though I'm fine, there are weeks when I feel like she took my heart out, broke it, and then had sex with the other guy on top of the parts. That's the story, then. I could say and give a lot more information, but I think this is enough. Thank you for reading. You are welcome to ask any questions you want. Since COVID is going on at the same time, it's not easy to be split up and cheated on. Hey, OP, here are my thoughts on what's going on. If it's not about the kids, the best advice is to stay away from each other. She can't come into the house to talk. You need to tell her to leave when she's done. She likes cake and wants to have her affair partner with her too. At home, you're giving her that dream a chance to live by entertaining her. You've said you can't have her in your life, but I know you still love her. That's what you're doing. I can't give you what you want, you need to take care of yourself. This woman is having a lot of mental problems. It seems like a lot of people here have talked about getting control of your kids because, well, she's a mess. She can't control herself and doesn't know how to make good decisions. So letting her get you over and over again is just putting off what has to happen. Get her out of your life and the lives of your kids for the most part. Have fun, Ope. Let's move on to the second story for today. Sharing this hasn't helped me find anything. I'm just lonely, sad, and let down, and I might need some encouragement that I shouldn't think about going back to her. My fiancé is 24 years old and I'm 27 years old. We've been together since the end of 2019. I thought things were going really well. Last year, I asked her to marry me on a mountain next to a waterfall, and she said yes. We talked about the wedding, having kids, and other things. When we were together, though, she became less interested in having sex. Like once or twice a day to once a week or so. I didn't like that and tried to make things better. I always watched out for her and made sure she were done. The things I always made sure to do for her, she rarely did in return. I didn't like that, but I accepted it. I'm guilty because I'm not pretty and I'm not interesting. Because I'm a web designer, I often work late into the night. She got up much earlier than I did because she had to go to college. She got her diploma last summer. I brought this up because she didn't get mad that I stayed up late, and our schedules weren't the same. I am indeed guilty of that, along with the fact that I haven't done much outside of surfing the web. She's also pretty lonely because she doesn't have many friends. I thought we were getting along great until May, when she told me she wanted to break up with me a few days before my birthday. It broke my heart. She didn't say anything for a week, but then she texted me that she wanted to get back with me and that we needed to talk and maybe work things out. I forgot to say that I moved in with her year after October, when I asked her to marry me. She told me she was mad that I wasn't paying attention to her and wasn't helping her with her work enough. Yes, I too found it annoying that she was never in the mood. She said it was because she didn't want to do it. I guess it was a circle of bad luck. We talked, got back together, and moved back in with her. But at that time, she gave the impression that she had been seeing someone during the week we were apart without meaning to. She finally told me she had been seeing a guy but didn't do anything with him after I pushed her. Even though I was mad, I had no idea how much worse things would get. After the fight, we got over it. A few days ago, she asked me to look for something in her bag, which made me doubt her. Someone had opened one of the condom packs and taken one out. When I asked her about it, she said she didn't remember, that she would never cheat on me, and that they were old. But the pack that hadn't been opened was from 2020. Though I didn't really believe her, I acted like I did. My mistake yesterday was when I was cleaning her desk and moved her mouse. The laptop screen then turned on. I want to say that I have never been in someone else's privacy, but I needed answers these last few days. I saw that she did want me back on Facebook conversations with a girlfriend of hers. She didn't do anything with him, even though she lied to me about how she met him. I felt better when I found the word sex in a chat she had with a girl she was close to last year. I was really upset because I didn't understand what I was doing wrong or why she didn't like it. The first one was from last year, and it was about how much my fiancé wanted her muscular coworker and how hot he was. It was a very clear explanation. Others talked about how she wore a short skirt to a coffee shop with him and then had sex with him at his house. That happened in April and May. I don't know how many times it happened, but she said she was shaking and that he sent her some pictures, and she couldn't say no to him. I felt sick and my hands were shaking at that point. I went back even further and found that she had told her about other guys she was seeing in March and that she was thinking about getting Tinder. She didn't believe I told her yesterday that I found out. She kept telling me she hadn't cheated on me for 30 minutes, until she broke down in tears and got on her knees. I told her I was wrong and that I loved her. She said she wanted to marry me, have my kids, and all that. It's mine. I was able to get my things, put them in my car, and leave. While okay, you're mostly doing good things, but you're making yourself look bad. You're a good person, and you don't deserve to be treated this way. Not a single person does. Don't forget that she could have turned down the proposal. She could have told you she wanted to date other people before they broke up. If she had doubts, she could have called off the marriage at any time. You are the innocent person who got hurt by her bad behavior. Don't worry about alpha and beta. Good women choose good men. She's a bad woman. Keep being a good guy if you want a good woman. But next time, be a little more aware. At the moment, do the things that make you happy, like sports, working out, hobbies, reading, and traveling. Fill up your dream list with all the things you've always wanted to do. You won't find the right woman when you're happy and want to share your happiness. Good luck with what you're going through, Ope.